The Phil Lyman campaign for Utah governor suffered another loss today from the State Records Committee. It involved a request for election signatures, the Washington County attorney, and a big crowd of Lyman supporters. News specialist Brian Carlson's live at the Taylorsville State Office building, where the Lyman campaign has had some strong feelings about this. Brian?
Yeah, that they do, Deanie. The question here was whether the State Records Committee would allow the Lyman campaign to see 3 to 5 dozen signatures gathered for Utah Governor Spencer Cox that helped him, they believe, got on the Republican primary ballot where Cox defeated Lyman. Well, the State Records Committee today denied that request. Despite the overwhelming amount of support shown here at that meeting from the State Records Committee, they ruled that the signatures Lyman wanted to see from Washington County were part of an ongoing investigation into the campaign gathering for State Senator Don Ipsen. And the Washington County attorney says the timeline for Lyman to make this type of election challenge has expired. I spoke with frustrated Lyman supporters who argue the investigation has been ongoing since April and is taking too long. And that's something the Washington County attorney admits is a problem.
I have to acknowledge that's a fair point from people. We haven't prioritized it at the top of our list because in our mind all of the time frames have already run. And so it hasn't been this project that's on fire that has to be done.
That really sets a dangerous precedent because they are essentially saying that public opinion doesn't matter.
And you feel like the signatures should be seen?
Oh yeah, they're public information.
We have the right, the public has the right to transparency and to know absolutely what the truth is.
Now, afterwards, Phil Lyman vowed to appeal today's ruling and fight on, which many of his supporters began singing God Bless America, turning the disappointment from the committee into a rallying cry to push forward. Now, just a few hours ago, Lyman was also pushing to be able to get access to the signatures from Utah Governor Spencer Cox in Utah's 3rd District Court, in a separate situation there. They were asking for a temporary restraining order for those signatures. Lyman's campaign says the judge is considering that, but didn't make a ruling on that today. Live here in Taylorsville, Brian Carlson, KSO 5 News. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you. Well, preventing